This movie sucked! It was awful! It was terrible! It was... Okay? I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna stop screaming. And I'm gonna tell you why. What we have here is a monotony. A pile of garbage, almost. This movie got made. This sickeningly loathsome movie with WWE superstar John Cena.
And his name is John Cena!
Got made. John Cena should be ashamed. Ashamed to have his title above this pile of freaking garbage. Also, $6.99 for RANT? No! Just freaking no! This should be free! Hell, it shouldn't have even been released in theaters! This thing, just like any other crappy little movie that was released on Nickelodeon, should have been released, shocker, on Nickelodeon! Shut up, Cat. This movie it literally should have never been released in theaters. But I guess someone in the pitch meeting room all of a sudden just said, hey, why don't we release this thing into theaters? And the studio executives at Nickelodeon were like, genius! And then their favorite song was like, here comes the money!
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money! Money, 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 money!
Dollar, 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 dollar.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened with this movie. Also, let me just take you over here for a second. We have here movies. Great classics, such as, The Shining, Jaws, Alice in Wonderland, which this is a children's movie, and I'll get to that in a minute. My point about children's movies is coming up in a second. But this movie, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was terrible, but let me get back to my point here. These movies are great movies. Some of them are bad, but most of them are classics. Just great movies in general. This movie is just, it was horrendous. It was horrendous. It was terrible. Every little thing about playing with fire was terrible. John Leguizamo was also in this movie. I'm pretty sure you remember him from this masterpiece. Not! And everything about this movie was just so incredibly bad. It was so incredibly just terrible that I couldn't even take it. And before you give me the excuse of, oh, hey man, it's just a children's movie. Wrong!
Wrong!
Just because it's a kid's movie doesn't mean it doesn't have to try. This movie, I'm sorry I'm yelling all the time, but I am just angry. I am appalled that this movie even got made. This movie was made, people. Oh, and by the way, it had a budget of, not even joking here, $29.9 million. $29.9 million.
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
This movie looks like it had the budget of a friggin' Twinkie. And I bet the only reason that this movie had that budget was just to get John Cena in here. Because no one, absolutely no one, anyone with the tiniest bit of a brain cell wouldn't possibly think, this is a great idea. I'll sign the contract to it. No, you don't think that. You don't do that. This movie got made, people. It's honestly fascinating. It's so fascinating that it's incredible. This movie got made, people. And I'm sorry I am yelling all the time throughout my huge rant here. But this movie got made. It is terrible. This movie sucks. Now, this movie is not as bad as an experience in Over the North. It's not as bad as an experience as it, but in terms of live action films that I have seen in my lifetime, this is an all-time low.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my God, no! No!